Here's the #1 success secret that no one talks about and no one shares. This is something I've learned from my mentor, Dan Pena, the $50 billion man. Self-esteem is the foundation of all success. Now, I'm not talking about arrogance. I'm not talking about pride. I'm not even talking about just confidence. I'm talking about self-esteem. Now, what is self-esteem? Self-esteem is something that your parents didn't give you. Think about when you're growing up, when you want to do something, when you want to take some risk. What did your parents, what did your friends, what did they tell you? You're not trained for this. No one in our family is an entrepreneur, or you don't have enough education, or you don't know the right people. Just be content, right? Be happy with what you have. Or, hey, son, I want you to be successful, but not too successful. I want you to think about what is holding you back. The goals that you have that you want to achieve. Why don't you do what you know deep down that you are supposed to do? Why don't you take that risk? Why don't you start that business? What's stopping you? Because you lack self-esteem. Now the next question you might have, Sifu Dan, how do I build my self-esteem? Let me give you a perfect example. Let's say you have a friend of yours, and he tells you all the time, hey man, let's hang out. I say, okay, you know what, let's hang out, let's go grab a drink, let's go, go for a hike. Every single time he says, okay, let's do something, he would cancel on you. And that happens again and again and again. So let me ask you a question. If that happens all the time, how would you feel about this friend, this person? Would you trust him or her? Not so much. The reason you don't have high self-esteem because you have a lousy track record. Meaning, how many times you promise yourself that you're going to do something, but you don't? How many times you make promises to yourself and you don't deliver? You don't follow through on those promises. And guess what? When you do this enough, for enough times, for enough years, you have low self-esteem because you know yourself. Well, yeah, I guess I want to do that, but I'm not going to follow through. I'm not going to make it happen. And that's why your self-esteem is low. You don't even believe in yourself. Little things, big things, you make a promise to yourself and you deliver. And that's how you build your self-esteem. So I want you to ask yourself, be very, very honest. Comment below. Do you deliver on what you promised yourself? Or do you have a lousy track record? Do you always break your promises? That's the difference. When you have low self-esteem, nothing works. Whatever goals you have, it's not going to work. That's the one secret no one talks about. Unless you build your self-esteem, the foundation of all success, none of that matters. This is the key. That's the key that no one talks about. So make a promise to yourself and then you do it and you follow through and see what happens to your self-esteem.